Ah, another episode. It's the shift. We are back, baby. Once again, it's episode 52. We are here. I know Nick Earnshaw cannot wait to talk about once again another. I honestly like. I think it's the Orioles. I don't get it. They got like 15 guys under the age of 12, and they're all having an OPS plus of like 175 or better. Westberg, the AL player of the week. Gunnar Henderson can win MVP this year. Adley Rutschman, the best catcher since Ivan Rodriguez. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. We'll get to another Oriole being called up in a little bit. It's the first thing that comes to mind that gets me going. Is Nick's going to talk about some other Orioles prospect that gets called up. By the way, he sucked when he got called up last year. So, just kidding. He wasn't that bad. But anyway, Nick, how you doing, bud? How are you?
It's a hell of an intro we started with here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I kind of felt like I attacked you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's a heck of an intro. You've been attacking me all day. Whoa. You've been attacking me all day, Fran. I mean,
it started you want to know the real reason why? Go ahead.
My songs of the day. You come at my songs of the day first. You come at the prospects. I'm ready to discuss. I'm all excited. I'm like, what did I do? What did I do today? I don't know. You hate my song of the days. You're making fun of what I posted on the gram. It's unbelievable how we're starting off. It's unbelievable.
You want to know the real reason why I said that? I just want an excuse to post, a song I like. And so I decided to say something about you.
It's coming, Nick.
Let's come Nick. I'm like, you know what? Because people will be like, oh, they're going to Francisco again. He's posting another heavy song at his crazy hardcore shows. I just wanted an excuse. So it's like, it was Nick's fault. Fran didn't do it this time. Nick made him do it. So
yeah, let's blame Nick. It's his fault. And I get sucked into this conversation. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Talking about your hardcore bands when my songs are clearly superior that I've been posting as my songs of the day every single weekday. And people seem to enjoy them. So, I'm just gonna leave it there.
My opinion isn't valid here. Well, I'll say this. Like back when I was super into hip hop, I never really could get into Future. Future's been popping for like a decade now, right?
Okay.
I could never. Yeah, it's been popping since like 2013. I remember when I was a senior in high school. That's when he was really starting to pop off. I like, dude. Future's fine for what he is. He's not my style. I like to listen to him on the hooks or choruses of other rappers making other songs. You know what I'm saying? Like I can, to a certain extent, I can rock with that. But. Maybe I'll have to check out the new stuff because I can't sit here and say they're actually bad music when I haven't listened to it. You know what I'm
you got.
I ain't gonna be like that.
Yeah, you gotta go through the entire project yourself. All right, and who's got a Future walk-up song throwback from Honest? Trey Turner.
Yeah, that's why I didn't buy his jersey because I knew he was a Future fan. Yeah.
Big Trey guy.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm a big Grant Balfour guy because he was coming out to like Metallica's One. Like I enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying?
I know you did. You enjoyed when you came on my program the other day on the radio.
Yeah.
I started off with Enter Sandman.
Yeah, you're a fraud. That means so you're ready for a hardcore show. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. You're ready for it. Right. Man, you should have been at Kublai Khan the other night, bud. You should have been at Kublai Khan, man. I got hit in the face.
I don't know what that is.
Times. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Of course you did.
Yeah,
okay. Of course you
We're
did.
Men.
It's fine.
We're a leader of men.
We're men. Taking bows.
Yeah, taking bows. All right. You know what, Nick? I've biasly, and I know yourself as well, Philly's starting rotation has been doing pretty unbelievable things. We just saw it last night. This is actually technically great timing because Christopher Sanchez didn't have a great outing tonight for the Phillies. I mean, it's a bad defense behind him, so maybe it wasn't all his fault. But regardless, for the most part, 99% of the time so far, the last 3 weeks, Phillies rotation, the Philadelphia Phillies rotation, Nick, has been unbelievable. 1 through 5. And not just 1 through 3 or 1 through 4, 1 through 5, we got to include Spencer Turnbull and his 1.23 ERA in just over 20 innings. It's unbelievable. Taijuan Walker is slated to start Sunday. I don't want to turn this into a Phillies show, but I could not be less excited to see Taijuan Walker come back for a Phillies team. But as far as nationally, Nick, I felt like this being a Phillies fan and also being a baseball fan, Phillies haven't been talked about enough. And I think this is affecting the rotation not being talked about nationally either. They've been unbelievable, man. Wheeler, Nola, Ranger, Sanchez, besides tonight, and Turnbull have all been just utterly like ridiculous. So Nick, to start the year, are you buying the Phillies rotation? They were, I believe, I forget what the rankings were to start the season, about a month ago. But I knew they were somewhere in the top 5 or top 10 as far as starting rotations go. And if they weren't, they should be. I mean, they're a top 5 rotation to me. But Nick, I believe they're the best rotation in baseball. I also believe the Phillies are the best team in baseball. That's another take I wanted to kind of just spew out here, but I'm not going to get too much into that. But specifically the rotation, Nick, like I really think the rotation has become a strength for the Phillies, and I really think they're the best rotation in baseball. I think the Red Sox rotation, they're number 1, I believe, in ERA right now. I think they're going to fade probably a little bit. They're going to fade. I think they've got a couple of guys on the IL now. I think the Phillies are the number 1 rotation in baseball. Maybe the Mariners are kind of right there, and we'll see as the season goes on, as it progresses. Maybe Houston, maybe even though Christian Javier just went on the IL. So I don't even know what's going on. I mean, Houston's just having injury problems all over the place. But my goodness, Nick, this rotation has just been unreal, top to bottom. I really do think they're so good, from Ranger to Nola to Wheeler to Turnbull, Sanchez, Ranger Suarez, 25 scoreless innings. That's like the most since Cliff Lee, I believe, in 2011, back when he had one of those like great June, Julys or whatever he had that year. This rotation's unbelievable. I think they're the best in baseball. That's where I'm at with it. I just think they're not being talked about enough. We did an episode a couple of months ago where I talked about Zach Wheeler not being, I still feel like he's a little bit underrated. And maybe he still be a little bit underrated because look, I mean, Ranger Suarez and Spencer Turnbull are kind of outperforming him, to start the year. So Nick, I just think they're so good, and we just need to be talking about them more. They should be, if this rotation was the Braves or the Dodgers or the Yankees, it'd be everyone would be talking about them. So
everyone would be talking about them if it were the Braves or the Yankees or one of the top teams, right? Listen, the Phillies, they've been unbelievable to start the year, the starting rotation. I mean, you go down the list. Wheeler, Nola, Ranger, Christopher Sanchez didn't pitch well playing against the Reds, but it's okay. And then Turnbull as well. And now you got Taijuan Walker coming back. Like I'm with you. Like, I'm so not excited for him to rejoin the rotation. He didn't pitch well Lehigh Valley.
No Phillies fan.
No, it's crazy, man. Like, why mess with it? Why mess with it right now? Send him to the bullpen. I don't care if he's making $72 million. Send Taijuan Walker to the bullpen or go to the six-man rotation. Save these guys' arms a little bit heading down the stretch. I'm cool with that with the rest of the season. You don't have to go to 6-man all the way through, but maybe for a couple of weeks here. I'm cool with that. But yeah, I could be less excited about Taijuan Walker coming back. I'm nervous. He's gonna mess everything up. He's gonna mess everything up. It feels like. But listen, 2.54 ERA. Whip at like 106. As you know, obviously it's ever changing when we're doing these shows. Most innings pitched in baseball, the starting rotation has been, right. And I was reading this article in The Athletic by Matt Gelb today. And they talked to JT. He talked to JT Realmuto, and some of the quotes that really stood out to me. The one, he was saying, this one was kind of cliche, but right now they're just kind of on another level. There's no other way to put it. That was a quote from JT Realmuto, and he's right. I mean, these guys are pitching out of their minds right now. A top 5, if 1 through 5, you have like ace-like stuff. I mean, Turnbull's been ridiculous. Where did that come from? Like, nobody expected Turnbull to be as good as he is with ERA under 2, nearly under 1 at this point. Like, he's been awesome. Nearly threw a no-hitter against the White Sox with 7 innings, 1-hit baseball. Wheeler comes back the next night. He nearly throws a no-hitter against the White Sox. I know they're like the worst offense ever, but like still. it's pretty cool to see what they've been able to do. And one thing they talked about, Matt Gill wrote in this article, he talked about with JT, is that they've been unpredictable. Like this entire rotation's been unpredictable. Like, and they're not like totally overpowering you with the fastball like you're seeing across the league, right? Overpower you with fastball, have a slider, and they have a mix of pitches. Their starting rotation, like they're not just going to go fastball, slider, fastball, sweeper. You know what I mean? Like that's not their mo. They are pitching. They're pitching, and I love to see it because you're mixing in your pitches, you're finding your locations, and you're commanding well. And that's something the Phillies rotation, all their starters have been able to do as the season has progressed here in the month of April. They've been unpredictable. They're not just going to overpower you with stuff. They're going to mix in different pitches. There's some of these guys like Ranger and Nola. They're not going to beat you with a 98, 99 mile an hour fastball. They'll pitch mid to low 90s, and they're beating you with that, and then can come back with some nasty stuff. So. I love the way they've been pitching. It's kind of a little bit different than the rest of the major leagues right now because everyone, it feels like, just wants to throw 99 to 100 and then beat you with a sweeper, and then they have no other pitches after that. So it's like they're actually pitching. They're letting these guys go deep into games. I mean, Ranger had a complete game the other week, which is pretty cool. But yeah, they have been unreal to start the season. I don't think anyone really expected it to be this good. No one expected Turbo to be this good. I'm very curious how they're going to really get Sanchez ingrained into this starting rotation as of now.
Yeah, and so by the way, Sanchez 5 runs, but only 1 was earned. So I mean, his ERA is still under 3. So I mean, I just wanted to put that note out there.
Yeah, he didn't have his best stuff tonight.
Didn't have his best stuff, but again, only 1 earned run on the docket. So Sanchez's numbers still look pretty good on the season. Yeah, man, I'm just I just think that this rotation's it's just way too good and not talked about enough. And now Nola, I mean, Nola, ever since that bad Brave start to start the year, he's been great since then. He's been really good. I mean, he's had this like tiny little problem giving up home runs, but like, I mean, they've been like solo bombs, so like it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I think there was a start a couple weeks ago against St. Louis. So I'm like, here we go. Gives up a couple of homers, but then like, he goes 6 innings and they're the only 2 runs he gave up. So, solo dingers aren't that big of a deal when it comes to, Aaron Nola's doing his thing right now. He's doing his thing. And I think that's important for him too, because I thought, as simple as it was, Nola, the other day against Chicago, having a good start. I think he had a really good start. I thought that was important for him because you look at his starts last year, look at his game logs from last year, you look at his game logs from 2021, he would kind of have like a couple of good starts, but then, it would follow up like 2 or 3 good starts by a really bad start and then make his numbers look really bad. So I think I thought a start like this past weekend for Nola was important for him because I felt like that would have been a start where, and I know it was just the White Sox, but I felt like that was a spot start for Nola where I'm like, okay, if this is him last year, he's going to implode and have like a 6-run start. And he didn't. So I think Nola's for real this year. I know it's a small sample size, it's only a month in, but I think Nola's for real this year. Zach Wheeler, again, I still think he's my favorite to win the Cy Young. Ranger Suarez, though, looking like a lot of people's dark horse pick to win the Cy Young. That pick's looking pretty good too. I'm just, and the fact that we're just sitting here, just like, just talking about like Turnbull and Walker, just kind of speaks to how good their rotation is. So I just think their rotation is really good, man. I like Seattle's rotation a lot. Like Logan Gilbert, like George Kirby. I like those guys, but I just like the Phillies rotation. That's where I'm at, man. So
I know.
like
how can you not? I mean, how can you not? They're leading like almost every category in baseball. Yeah. Like I think they're second in the ERA in all of baseball. They're leading like almost every category in the National League ranks. So it's pretty impressive. Like it's like, all right, you get 1 or 2 guys at the top of the rotation that are doing this type of stuff. Not from all five guys. I mean, all five
Right.
guys. You know, Rangers been, like you mentioned, a dark horse Cy Young candidate to start the season here in April. It's early, but still, he's been awesome. And have Sanchez give you some good innings, and then Turnbull coming out of nowhere to be ridiculous.
Yeah,
Man.
they
I mean,
can't
what
put
can't you like?
Walker's
Can't
got to
not
go to
like
the
this?
bullpen. The only thing is the money.
Yeah,
That's the only thing is the money.
it's. Who did I say this to? I forget who I said it to. He's literally the Tobias Harris of the starting rotation.
Yeah, I've
That's
heard that
literally
before. Yeah, I've
what he
heard it.
is.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, to my ass.
Gotta sneak that in there.
Man,
Gotta sneak
yeah.
that in there.
God, I don't want to talk about the Sixers. We haven't even talked about the we haven't talked about the Sixers since we were texting last night or
No,
something.
because
Oh
there was
boy.
nothing really to talk about. Nothing
Uh,
really to talk about, right?
yeah. Well. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and do the whole refs talk thing. I'm not doing that. All right. Yo, listen, dude. I had an interesting dinner tonight. I'll tell the audience what I had because we're about to get into meat and potatoes.
What you
I had
What you
I had rice and chicken, right? With some
Okay.
with some sriracha sauce sprinkled on top, right? It was good. I like that. It's an easy dinner. I liked it.
Sounds good.
You know what I'm saying? It was in the refrigerator. My mom had leftovers, so I had some. She got like a rotisserie chicken. You feel me? So I decided to
Okay.
make myself
Okay.
a little rice and chicken with
Yeah.
sriracha sauce. Then I had a spinach salad, a little healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
that. It was small, right? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna make room for some hot Cheetos from Wawa. So I
Hold
had.
up.
You don't
Hold
like hot
up.
Cheetos? You don't like hot Cheetos? Come on, man.
No. That's
What do you
brutal.
mean
Hot
no?
Cheetos. Oh
What you
gosh.
mean?
Hell no. Should I say that?
Hot
Oh.
Cheetos are one of the greatest snacks of all
Oh,
time.
they're the worst.
That's
That's
not
the
even
worst.
close.
That sounds like a lot of pain later. That's what that sounds like.
I don't get pain, bro. I'm good. I'm a seasoned vet. I don't. Yeah.
No.
Go ahead.
You were like starting off normal. You're having the chicken, you're having the rice, and then you go off into hot Cheetos, and you just totally lose. That's what you do. You start off strong, and then you're gone. It's over. It's totally over at that point. Can I tell you? Can I say what I had? Totally normal.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cheeseburger and fries off the grill.
Okay. Did you grill it yourself?
No.
Yeah. I can't see.
It was ready when I walked in the door.
Yeah.
I do. I can grill though. I got some skills.
Can?
Trust me. I got some skills on the grill. You kidding me?
Skills
you
on the
me?
grills. Okay.
Skill on the grill. You see what I did there?
Yeah, that was good.
I got bars better. I got more bars than you.
There's whack bars from listening to Future. That's where you get that from. Yeah, I'm the one with the bars because I listen to the the Nas and the KRS-Ones of the world and the Biggies and the you know what I mean and the big puns.
We get it.
You know what I mean? That's who I listen to. That's where all these logical thoughts that I come up with, all your Ellie De La Cruz and Heston Kjerstad, which you're about to talk about. Where you're like, you win Rookie of the Year over freaking Jackson Holiday. I guarantee you, your Orioles, the AL Rookie of the Year picks this year. For you, it's going to be the top 5 voting. It's going to be all you. It's going to be Heston Kjerstad, Jackson Holiday. You're going to somehow let Gunnar Henderson get back in there. He's going to somehow try to win the award again.
Back in.
Yeah, Jordan Westberg, Corbin Burns, like you know what I mean? Like somehow you're going to make him get in the
whole roster.
I don't know what I'm saying. That was bad.
The whole roster.
Yeah.
Win Rookie of the Year.
So I don't even know what I was saying there.
I don't know what you were either, but I will transition into this.
Let's talk about it.
Another top prospect for the Orioles has been called up. We made a big deal about Jackson Holiday getting called up. He's struggled mightily to start. Jackson Holiday.
He is. Talk about it.
Struggled mightily.
Please
man.
talk about it.
The rookie of the year pick isn't looking too hot right now, unfortunately for me. But another guy that I love, adore, got to see when I was a play-by-play guy in Single A, Heston Kjerstad, 25 years young. Going to play right field, going to replace Austin Hayes for a little bit. He's going on the 10-day IL. But he has been raking at AAA Norfolk. He's been unbelievable, slashing at 349 batting average, 431 OBP, 4 doubles, 10 home runs on the season, 30 RBIs in just 21 games. games in AAA this year. He actually, this is the second time he's been called up. He was called up at the end of the season last year during September call-ups, was actually on the playoff roster for the Orioles last season when they played the Rangers in the first round of the ALDS. He didn't get an at-bat, but he did to feel the aura of Camden Yards during playoff time. So he has a little bit of experience there. But listen, he was the 4th ranked prospect in the Orioles organization, 29th ranked prospect in Major League Baseball as of right now. He was a 2020 first round pick for the O's, and I cannot be more excited, Francisco. I mean, these guys just keep coming up. I mean, they just keep coming up for the Orioles. They have all these young players. You go Gunnar, you go Mayo, you go Adley, and the list goes on and on and on. Now you add Kjerstad to the mix. This is a guy who has some power. At first, I think people thought he was going to be more of a power hitter, but he's turned into a solid contact hitter as well. His strikeouts have come down since last year. Like last year, they came down a little bit more. That was something that scouts were kind of concerned about. But this was a guy that I'm really excited about. Going to be an outfielder for this O's team. And they just add more young talent into this roster, man. It's just, they just keep coming up. I mean, it's part of that Norfolk team that's been so good to start the year. Kjerstad, I believe, he had the 10 RBI game this year that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. So that was a 26-run game for Norfolk. So he was my prospect of the week a couple of weeks ago on the show. Now he gets the call up to the bigs, man. I mean, this is somebody to watch for. It's just another Baltimore Oriole that you got to go, oh my God, they got another one. They just, like, someone gets hurt, they just call someone up. I mean, it's that simple at this point. But yeah, he's now gonna make his debut for the O's. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, so do you expect? Well, I mean, what do you expect it from? I mean, you expect him to be better than he was, last September when he got called up.
Yeah, I think so. I think I think the taste is going to help him out. I mean, if you look at Jackson Holiday, I mean, he didn't get a taste yet, right? This is his first taste since he's been called up, and he struggled mightily. Maybe you send him back down to figure things out again, like get his confidence back up. Like, oh, he had a taste in the majors, you send him back down. I think Kjerstad, having that little bit of experience, being in the playoff atmosphere last year, all right, I've been here before. I kind of know what to expect this time, and I've been raking. I mean, he should have all the confidence in the world. I mean, he's been unbelievable in just over 20 games for Norfolk. I expect him to hit the baseball well. I expect him to hit for a little bit of power too. But we'll see. I mean, you never know with some prospects, man. I mean, you just never know when they come up. Like, things happen. I mean, look at Jackson Holiday. He was unbelievable in AAA. They bring him up. He's done absolutely nothing. He's been atrocious to start at the dish. So we'll see. We'll see what Kjerstad does. But I think the taste, having it last year and that little bit that he was up, I think that helps now, having the confidence when you get to the bigs.
It's funny. The last time we did our episode, we talked about Jackson Holiday's first RBI. It's been a week, and that's the only hit in RBI he has.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. It's bad, man. I mean, like, listen, maybe you got to think about, like, all right, keep sending him out there. Like, I mean, it's the same thing like with the Phillies, Johan Rojas. Just, give him a chance to get acclimated for a little bit. Give him some ABs. But, I mean, if it continues for like another week or two, you got to think about sending him back down.
Yeah, Orioles fans are definitely having the same conversation Phillies fans have with Johan Rojas.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Johan Rojas better than Jackson Holiday. Yeah, it's a real thing.
As of right now,
real thing.
Right now, the numbers don't lie.
Ball don't lie, bud. Ball don't buy. That negative 60 OPS plus don't lie.
Does not
lie. But that's exciting stuff, man. Heston Kjerstad, it's Kjerstad. Sorry, I don't want to get it wrong.
Get it right. Come on, get it right.
Hey, relax. It's exciting stuff. Westberg, former, coming off the AL Player of the Week. Cowser, my God, he's putting on monster numbers too. I mean, that's 1,200 OPS. It doesn't make sense. I'd be pretty excited if I was an Orioles fan right now. I'd be pretty excited. I mean, my Astros pick ain't looking too good so far for the World Series. Not gonna lie. So your Orioles pick, you know what I mean? They might be it's pretty good so far. Craig Kimbrell, ERA under 1. It's first half Kimbrell. So let's all settle down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Take it back. Take it back. It's April. It's April.
Yeah.
Kimbrel will crumble at some point during the
I like
latter
when you
part
did
of
that. Those
the.
were you didn't get that bar from Future. That was good.
Yeah, come on. My
I
bars
don't
are
know where you.
unbelievable today. Unbelievable today. So
Nope.
just saying. But like, listen, I get defensive about my O's, man. I mean, they're
Oh,
looking
you said
good.
my O's. I'm
My
flipping
O's.
that. Yeah, your O's. They ain't not your
They're
Phillies.
my O's,
Yeah.
man. My O's players that I got to see come up, man. I like seeing these guys succeed out there. It's nice to see. Being working in single A for a while and watching these guys when they first kind of got drafted, seeing them up now. I mean, they're all making it making noise already. I mean, they're a great squad. I mean, they're in first place now, I believe, for the first time this season. A couple days ago, they got it back, so they're on a roll right now. They're figuring things out at Camden Yards.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All right, we shall transition. One guy goes up, one guy goes out. Triston Casas, former top prospect for the Red Sox, had a good little season, little breakout season for the Sox. Wait. I can see you smiling there. Who's Nick is an O's fan now? Oh, he's been an O's fan, dude. Shout out to Real Flex. Appreciate you, for commenting here. Nick's been an Orioles fan. He just he's kind of admitting to it now. It's just kind of
not an Orioles fan. I got a soft spot. No. We got to explain this. So I explain it right. If we have any new listeners, I have a soft spot for the Orioles. I saw a lot of these guys play when I worked in the minor leagues. Okay. And I like seeing guys succeed. That's all. I like seeing them succeed. And they're my pick, and I know they're going to win.
Yeah, so you just automatically when you it's trader, #trader. Facts. Tell them, please. Yes, I'm speaking. Yeah.
No
Thank
trader.
you, Real Flex. Appreciate you, man.
No trader.
But I appreciate you commenting there too. Appreciate you big time. But Nick, I mean, he's been an Orioles fan. He's just kind of coming out a little bit about it. He's just telling the truth. He's a truthful guy. I never thought he was a liar. I just always thought you were a fraud. There's a difference between lying and being a fraud. You know what I mean?
No. See, this is the problem. This is the problem.
Actually, there isn't. Hey, I think
this is the problem.
There you go. You got a friend, an Orioles fan. Look at him. Look at that. You got your best friend. See, he's an Orioles fan too. You guys are Orioles fans together.
This is great.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Okay. I'm going to bring it up again because it was brought up on Twitter the other day. Sure. And I was being defended. Okay. I was being defended by Mr. Tom Kelly, WIP host, defending me on Twitter the other day with your nonsense. You wore a Arizona Diamondbacks jersey during the NLCS. Okay. There's nothing more of a traitor than that. You're a total traitor. I am no traitor. I support guys that I saw come through the system, and I like seeing them see. That's all. That's all I got. That's it. That's the only thing here. That's why I like seeing the O's. Go out there and ball. Okay?
Okay. It's about time. It's about time. Can we talk about Triston Casas?
I guess.
All right.
Well, I kind of like roasting. I kind of like roasting you for your dumb decisions of your fashion.
I roasting you. I like it.
Dumb fashion decisions.
I sound like an immature prick now. I'm sorry. All right. So, but Triston Casas, he's so I guess it's a rib fracture, Nick, right? Rib fracture.
Yeah, it's a rib fracture. They thought at first they thought it was a strain, like a rib cage, like kind of strain. And then they did the MRI and it's fractured. That's like that sucks. That sucks. Because at first they didn't think it was as serious. Now he's going to miss a bunch of time. I believe he's on the 10-day IL, but I think they expect him to miss.
You're saying it's going to be lengthy.
Yeah, it's going to be. He's going to miss some time. The MRI revealed the fracture. They're going to have Bobby Dalbec. He's been 1 for 30 this year to start. He had a good rookie year in 21, but he's going to play first base now instead. So we'll see. I mean, Cora thinks he's going to be out for a little while.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Yeah. So Cora says here he has a fracture, so he'll be out for a while. So I don't know, Nick. I mean, the guy was on pace for 44 homers. I mean, he was on a 162 game pace of 44 homers. I mean, he had 24
Yeah.
last year, had a good year last year. I think that was his first full year in the bigs. I could be wrong, but either way, he had a good year last year. He was
Yeah.
top prospect for a couple of years there for the Sox. Yeah, 132 games last year. Yeah, so he finished third in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, guy was a big part of their offense so far. It was like him and Tyler O'Neill pretty much carrying the offense because Rafael
Yeah.
Devers has kind of been, he's been hurt and when he's been healthy, he hasn't been great this year so far.
Yeah.
I think Nick, I'll start here. I think it's a big deal for them because depending on how much time he misses, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, Tanner Houck threw at a big outing today again. I mean, the Red Sox rotation has been better than the Phillies, so I don't know. I think this is a big blow for them. Unless Devers can get going, but like they don't have enough offense. I think Tyler O'Neill's on the IL too, even though he's had a hot start. It's a big deal, man. It's a big deal for Boston. Like they're competing in such like such a good division there in the American League East. So we have the Orioles, the Yankees, Tampa Bay, Toronto. I think it's a big loss for them. I think it's big. The guy's on pace for 44 homers this year, had a 142 OPS plus. Big deal for them, Nick. Big deal for them.
Yeah, and it's crazy because they've dealt with a lot of injuries in spring training. I mean, they lose Lucas Giolito. They lose Trevor Story. He gets hurt. Vaughn Grissom got hurt. Like, they've dealt with injuries all season long, and this just adds to it, man. Like, and they're in a tough division. Like you said, they got the O's. They got the Blue Jays, the Rays, the Yankees. I mean, the AL East is, legit. So what's crazy is, what I thought about, like, as you were talking there, like, with this injury, remember the Red Sox were the team they chose for kind of like the Netflix behind the scenes thing. I'm so curious to see this episode when this comes out, right? Like like this will be cool when they, because all the injuries that have happened for the Red Sox this year, that'll be documented, right? Like they're documenting this whole season, going behind the scenes. It's kind of like a Hard Knocks for baseball that'll be out, I guess, at the end of the season, because it's not out yet. I mean, we would have probably been on top of that. I would have been watching that every night.
No. Yeah,
it's
no,
not.
We
it'll be at
it.
the end of the season. Yeah, so it'll be at the end of the season. I think it comes out, but that's another like angle to this. I thought about. I was like, I wonder what this could be like, because I want to see. They thought it was like not that serious at first. They thought it was a strain, I believe, and then all of a sudden they did MRI, boom, it's a fracture. Like I want to see like kind of the reaction and just see like how that process played out, which is going to be fascinating to me because we haven't really seen this from a baseball team before, which is cool.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, big deal, man. Big deal for the Red Sox, I believe. So yeah, there's Triston Casas out for the Red Sox. So hopefully he gets back sooner than later and can stay healthy, but would be better to manage this correctly. As I think I was reading the Yahoo article before the show started about how the Red Sox handled the Jacoby Ellsbury injury from 2010 and how that was a big deal. Ellsbury kind of had it out with their staff, their medical staff, and the way they handled that. So best for the Red Sox to handle this correctly and not have another Ellsbury situation. You know what I mean? So
hopefully they take care of him. Don't rush him back. It stinks, man. We've had a lot of injuries to start this year.
Especially pitching.
The pitching's been the most obvious, but it sucks, man. It sucks. You don't like seeing injuries. I mean, it happens across all sports. You're gonna see some of the top guys go down, but it stinks. You've seen a lot of these guys go down.
Right. All right. So let's have a little fun. I mean, I don't know if people hate umpires. I get it. I have steadily, Nick Earnshaw, gone from I want human umpires in the game because I love the element of
the human element. The human
element. I still like it, but I have gone from that to I like to see the correct calls. I like pitching a lot. I'm pretty close to being a pitching nerd. So I like to see good pitchers duels. I like to see guys get the correct calls. You know what I mean? I've leaned more toward robo umps. I don't know, Nick. I think what happened between Hunter Wendelstedt, what a name, by the way. I actually kind of like his name. But I didn't like what he did to Aaron Boone the other day. You know, I sound like a Yankees fan. My gosh, now you're gonna make me sound like a Yankee. I'm not a Yankees fan. I'm just saying. No, we're not gonna talk about that.
You sure?
Because I was almost gonna say
you
something.
Sure?
I was almost
you
gonna
sure?
say something. I'm pretty sure I've told you off camera or off the mic or off camera about. Never mind. We're not gonna talk about it. We can talk about it another time.
All right. I have no idea what you're talking about. So
yeah, we'll talk about it after the show. Anyway, so Aaron Boone gets thrown out because a fan behind him said something, even though after Hunter Wendelstedt says, "Hey, Aaron, no more out of you. And if I hear one more word, you're out." Fan directly right behind Boone says something, and Wendell says, "Oh, yeah, you're out of here." And Boone is a whole thing, and Boone's like, you can watch the John Boy breakdown. Go follow John Boy Media on Twitter. You probably already do. I'm acting like I'm promoting some little guy. It's John Boy Media, 600,000 followers on Twitter. But you know what I'm talking about. Watch John Boy's breakdowns. Why am I promoting his stuff? Like, you've already seen it. Anyway, Nick, I'm doing a terrible job of conveying this. You know what? I'm practicing. So. Boone gets all upset, comes out, and it's great. It's great. But a lot of people are complaining. That like, what are we doing with the umps? Blah blah blah. I don't know, Nick. What did you think of it? I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm not like sitting here like, oh my gosh, I thought it was funny.
I thought it was hysterical. It was hysterical. You look at Aaron Boone. He's like looking at his hand, not saying a peep. He was done. He didn't have to say anything else. And then all of a sudden, guy above the dugout says something loud, and you see her. You're gone. That's enough. Blah, 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 blah. And it just turns into this whole commotion. And the reaction of Aaron Boone freaking out. I didn't even say anything. I thought it was hysterical. Because you know what was the best part? You know what was the best part of that whole thing? Is that the crowd microphone was cranked up so you could hear every single word of Hunter Wendelstedt and Aaron Boone's argument. They're letting F-bombs fly over the air, BS fly over the air. I mean, it was fantastic. That was the best part of the whole thing, is that it was unfiltered. You could hear every word they were saying, and it was fantastic. Because there is nothing better than an umpire and a manager arguing, a guy getting ejected. That was entertaining as heck. I thought it was awesome. That was the best part, that the whole the microphone picked up everything they were saying. Literally every single word. You didn't even need lip readers. You didn't need a John Boy lip reader even for that. Like, that's how good it was. It was awesome. Absolutely awesome. I think we should leave the microphones on at all times. Let's mic them up for these arguments. It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Yeah, Did you? We didn't talk about it. It's a good timing. We talk about this. Did you see or hear about Hunter Wendelstedt's response?
Yeah. What the hell?
He said I heard something come from the far end of the dugout. Had nothing to do with his area, but he's the manager of the Yankees, so he's the one that had to go. I don't agree with that logic. That sounds like a guy that listens to Future.
Give me a break. That's ridiculous.
He sounds like he sounds like a guy that listens to Future. That's some type of logic there. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, I love the little subtle. You snuck it in there. That's a good job by you. Anyway, let's get back to Hunter Wendelstedt, because listen, the whole thing was ridiculous. Like, as a fan, as a consumer of baseball, as someone who was watching the game, right? Oh, it was awesome. That's fantastic. Like, it's entertaining. But how ridiculous was Hunter Wendelstedt for the whole thing? And then he comes out.
You're probably right, Aaron.
You're probably right. But I mean, he comes out and then says, someone said something at the end of the day. Instead of, because these umpires, they got to make it about them. There's some that just have egos, the size of, whatever, gigantic. And he's out here coming out with this statement after the game. I heard, someone said something at the end of the dugout, and so Aaron Boone had to go. The logic behind that is ridiculous. He could have apologized, said he was wrong, but no, he still had to deflect and, push the blame somewhere else. It's ridiculous. Hunter Wendelstedt, the poll we put out, it's not even close right now. It's not even close. Should the MLB suspend Hunter Wendelstedt for ejecting Aaron Boone yesterday? 94% say yes. 94% say yes. He should be. I mean, the guy unprofessional as hell. And like, what do you do? Like, what if the manager didn't do anything? And it's the first inning, by the way. It was the first inning of the game. So Hunter, get over yourself, man. Get over yourself. I'm done.
All right. So yeah. By the way, go vote on the Twitter poll. Should MLB suspend Hunter Wendelstedt for ejecting Aaron Boone yesterday? A, yes. B, no. Let your voice be heard. You know what I mean? The Shift_media on Twitter. Go vote there. Also, go follow us. You should go follow us while you're at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're at 69 followers right now. It's kind of an inappropriate number of followers, so we need more. We need more. 69 is not the appropriate number to go with. Get it 71, like the viewers say up here right now. But maybe you can't see that. Yeah, go follow. Go follow because we can't have. I don't feel comfortable with 69 right now. I'm sorry.
Should I unfollow? Do you want me to unfollow?
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Are you trying to kill the brand? Trying to kill the brand? Just like your future. Dude, I had to balance out your song of the day with Ant Pile by Kublai Khan. Dude,
what the hell? No. You keep throwing shots.
Did you watch the video? There's a reason why I played that video too. Because he was eating a banana while he was letting everybody mosh. Oh, it was great. Matt Honeycutt's a legend.
I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch the video.
Yeah, he said, Ant Pile, baby. You gotta enlist, soldier. You gotta go fight for your in life. I loved it. What a beast.
You loved it. That's all it tells me. That's all it tells me right there. That's all it tells me right there. That's all it says.
Do you want my stat of the day?
Yeah, I'll take it. Please. I'm actually nervous. I might walk away after your stat of the day. I don't know what you're gonna come with today.
No, I'm excited to talk about this guy because I actually think he's been a little overshadowed, and rightfully so, because Paul Skeens has been unreal at AAA. You know what I mean? Paul Skeens. I'm not giving you a Paul Skeens stat. I'm just leading here with relax. Well, that's my whole point. This is my whole point. Jared Jones for the Pirates is not getting enough love. Okay. You want to hear this? This is from Sarah Langs. Sarah Langs, the great Sarah Langs. Baseball is the best. She tweeted this out. I'll give you another tweet right after this from another Twitter account. So, and I'll give you a couple more StatCast numbers too as well to go with this. Jared Jones, 86 swings and misses this season through the third inning of his start yesterday, or the most by a pitcher in his first 5 career starts in the pitch tracking era since 2008. Wow. Prior record held by Masahiro Tanaka of 84 swings and misses, but he has now crushed that record because at that point, I'll just do the third inning. Jones had a really good outing and ended up with 25 swings and misses. I believe it was 25, according to True Media Sports on Twitter. And now brings his season total to 98 swings and misses on the year. That's most of Major League Baseball. It's not just, a record through his first 5 career starts ever. Now it's the most in Major League Baseball. This kid's been unbelievable, man. And obviously that leads to him leading MLB in whiff percentage as well. So, I mean, this kid's been really good, man. This kid, I think it's going to be him. It's going to be Paul Skeens for a long time, spearheading that rotation for years to come there in your NL Central. You better relax, Cincinnati fan. You're a Baltimore and a Cincinnati fan. So Ellie better watch. You know what I'm saying? Spencer Steer better watch. Who else? Cedric Benson. Will Benson better watch? You know what I mean?
Freddie Benson?
You remember Cedric Benson? Was a great running back.
The Bengals.
Yeah, he was good, man. He was a good big back.
Freddie Benson. You gotta throw another Benson in there.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, Jared Jones has been unbelievable. And what he's done as a rookie so far, been unreal. So I thought those were really telling stats. He's not only been he's been really good. It's been really, really good. Did you see that pitch he had in that start? I forget who he got, but it was Bryce Terang, where his slider got him to like fall almost face first on the ground. And Pitching Ninja did like one of those things where like his
I missed
soul
that.
left his soul. I'll send it to you. But it was absolutely
That's awesome.
unreal. So I mean, you like Jared Jones. I know you're a young prospect guy. Got's pretty young. What do you think of Jared Jones? I mean, those are some unreal numbers from him.
I like that. I like seeing. You came with a good stat of the day today. I'll give you a little bit of this, a little applause today. No, that's a great stat. I mean, he's been pitching his butt off to start the year this season, and you have Paul Skeens right behind him. The Pirates have started off pretty strong. I mean, they got a couple of good young players over there. Brian Hayes, the other crews, as I like to say. But no, I mean, listen, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Listen, they've been an irrelevant franchise for a while. I mean, McCutchen in the early 2010s or late 2000s was the guy who kind of put them back on the map, and they kind of fell off again. They're starting to come around once again here. He's leading kind of the charge in that rotation. They've had a strong start yet again, 2 years in a row. They're teams to watch for sure. Would you send me the clip?
Can we put it up? Can we put it up?
I could try and put it up. Give me one
if
second.
you can. If not, it's no big deal. I was kind of thinking about that as I was talking, so I apologize. But I couldn't find I wanted to find the one where he like had his soul leaving.
His soul was leaving his body.
His body. It was so good. But if we can, do we able to get it or no?
I could try and get it. It's gonna take me a couple minutes.
No, it's no big deal. Well, we can come back to it before the end of the show. But Jared Jones has been unbelievable. So I thought that was really fun numbers from the rookie there.
Yeah.
So we got our closer here. We got our Billy Wagner. We got our Rob Nen. You know what I'm saying? We got our Craig Kimbrell. We got our Jose Mesa. That's what we got right here. We got the closer for the show. Nick, what's the closing topic?
So this is just something. My brain is a scatterbrain, to say the least. My brain's thinking about 20 different things at once, at all times. There's something going on. The wheels are turning. Thinking of ideas for the show. Thinking, just always turning, right? So I said, why don't we end the show with something a little different today? Okay, so. My question to you earlier today was, if you could choose a player from a different sport to play baseball, who would it be? A current player in another sport, another major league sport, professional sport. Who would that player be? Who would be a great baseball player? You give me yours first.
All right. I mean, pretty popular player in the NFL, but I think he'd be so quick. I mean, he calls himself Cheetah. Tyreek Hill.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like he played in a celebrity softball
I'm
game
sure he
last
did.
year. I think he did. He might have. But I would love to see him. I would love to see like the Marlins, because Miami, right? Dolphins.
Yeah.
I would like to see the Marlins to sign him. You know what I'm saying? And use him as a pinch runner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get him in the game. Get him in the ninth inning. Even though they're going to be like a 30-win team this year, when they're still in it, like by tomorrow, you know what I mean? Like I would love to see him, get on base and to see him, steal every single base all the way until home. I would like to see him play outfield, see how far he could track a ball. You know what I mean? Like that would be fun. Is being as quick as he is. Maybe like a Kenny Lofton type. You know what I mean? Something like that. So I like Tyreek Hill. I think Tyreek Hill would be a fun baseball player coming from a different sport.
Okay, that's a good one. I didn't even think of the Cheetah. That one came out of left field from you. How about that? He'd be awesome on the base pass. Who would you rather see, Ellie De La Cruz or the Cheetah? Who would you rather see steal bases? I don't know.
Tyreek Hill. Obviously.
I like it. All right. So I actually went wide receiver too. NFL wide receiver.
I know who the heck it is. Get the heck out of here. It's so easy. Oh my God. We know because he was
this guy
playing
mash. He can mash. Oh my God.
He played baseball.
But he didn't play in major leagues. We need another Deion Sanders. We need another Bo Jackson. Bring it. AJ Brown into the majors, give him some at bats. I would love to see that. Let him play 2 games in one day. I want to see it. I want to see it. Let him play in a playoff game, hit a pinch hit home run. Dude, he's got power. Like, he's got legitimate power. It's crazy. Like, I want to see AJ Brown, no doubt. No doubt in my mind. The guy can power. Dude, they had him hit batting practice for the Phillies. What was it, last year, 2 years ago, whatever it was?
I remember.
Dude, he was hitting home runs. I mean,
I could.
Dude, how do you not want to see that? How do you? Shut up. No, you couldn't. Stop. No, you couldn't. AJ Brown would be electric at the dish with that power, that big frame. Oh, no doubt, AJ Brown. Let's get him 2 games in one day, pull it off like Deion Sanders. Come on. That's what I want to see. Cheetah's fine. He can steal a base for you. He'll steal a base. He's not hitting a home run like AJ Brown.
How do you know?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah, what about Tom Brady? Would you like to see him play baseball?
Nah.
Hey, he's a former Expo.
Nah.
He technically was a major league player, wasn't he? Drafted by the Expos.
He was drafted, but
he never played.
We can see Russ Wilson.
Right,
Kyler Murray.
I was thinking about
former Oakland A. Kyler
Murray. Yeah. Screw Kyler Murray. I can't stand Kyler Murray. Looks like Ewok from Star Wars.
What about any basketball players? Any basketball players you could think of? Want to see play baseball?
That play baseball. That's a great question. Joel Embiid. I'm just kidding. That would be wild. Randy Johnson.
Imagine putting Jokic up there.
Yeah. That's a great. Oh man, you got me. Maybe like a 3-point shooter. Is there any like 3-point shooters out there that I can see? I can see like Jamal Murray playing baseball.
Yeah,
it's fresh in the mind.
Not Pat Bev.
Nah, I don't know why. I just can't. I have no idea why.
Pat Bev.
I could see him being like a I was gonna say Ty Cobb. I don't want to use his name. Like a dirty player, you know what I mean? If he's like,
it would be a dirty player.
Like cleat slide up into second base all the way up into the guy's crotch or something. They're like, oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to kick you right in the nuts. You know what I mean?
Pat Bev rounding third, knocking over the catcher at home plate.
Grayson Allen. If he played baseball, dude, he would purposely try to he would run down the first baseline, and if he was out, he'd get pissed, and he would try to trip the first baseman or something. He'd probably do something like that. Or if he was playing first base, he would stick his foot out for the runner and be like, "Oh, sorry, didn't mean to trip you."
That's awesome. Yeah. Kyler Murray, Oakland A. Let's get him back.
What coach in another sport would you like to see manage in baseball?
Oh man, it's a baseball game. Oh man,
it's kind of fun.
Oh man, that's crazy. I don't know. Oh, in another league.
That actually would be funny. Yeah.
Oh man,
Nick Sirianni.
Yo, put Doc Rivers. Let Doc Rivers manage an 8th and 9th inning.
Yo. Oh my
Doc Rivers managing. Lefty, righty.
You know what's funny? I can't see it. You ever seen him wear a hat before?
Oh my god.
I don't think I've ever seen him wear a hat.
Imagine Doc Rivers in a uniform. Put him in a Phil's uniform. No, put him in a Brewers uniform. How about that? Since he's in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee. I was thinking the same thing.
Put Doc Rivers. I want to see Doc Rivers coach AJ Brown and manage AJ Brown and put him off the bench as a pinch hitter. How about that?
That'd be perfect.
And then pinch run for AJ Brown. Pinch run for AJ Brown, have the cheetah. And have Kyler Murray coming in close.
Oh my god. I'm trying to think of who else would be. I could see Eric Spoelstra being a good manager. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric Spoelstra. I'm
Rivers.
trying to think. I'm enjoying this conversation. Who's that? What about like an NFL coach? Bill Belichick?
No.
Nah, I don't think you could.
Absolutely not.
I'm trying to think of like another nerd.
Pete Carroll. I could see Pete Carroll getting out there.
Yeah, he's got the demeanor. I think he could kind of let his guys go a little bit, but also kind of hold a locker room together or a clubhouse, I guess, in baseball.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll's a good one. Who was in the Super Bowl last year? Why am I drawing a blank?
Kyle Shanahan, Andy Reid.
Imagine Andy Reid in the dugout.
This is great. This is great.
Andy Reid doing the Royals, right? Yeah, because of Kansas
Yeah,
City.
Kansas City
Yeah,
Royals.
Mahomes a pitcher. I can see Mahomes being a pitcher because he
Yeah,
was a
well, I
pitcher.
know his dad was a
Mahomes was
pitcher.
the Mahomes
His
was the
dad played
obvious
in the
one.
his dad played
Yeah,
in the majors too. So
didn't even know that
pretty,
honestly until he,
yeah,
you know.
his dad played in the
So
majors.
yeah.
How about
All right.
that?
That was a good one. That was a good one. Damn. Yeah, let us know out there. Let us know on Twitter at the shift the shift _ media. Who's somebody you would like to see play baseball from another sport? And who would it be fun to watch manage a baseball game? Yeah, I mean, like Andy Reid, big guy in the dugout. That would be funny. You know what I mean? Maybe yeah, like Nick said, Pete Carroll, other guys like that. I think it would be funny. I think it would be fun. So, or even other athletes from other sports, like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, bud. Was a fun episode to say the least today.
That was
sure.
that was interesting. That was an interesting one.
That was a good one. Eat your hot Cheetos. Eat some hot Cheetos.
Don't eat hot Cheetos. Have some ice cream, and think about what non-baseball players, a pro athlete, you want to see play baseball.
Yeah.
If Reflection checked in again.
AJ Brown.
He's with me. He's with me. It's my guy.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate Real Flexin' and everybody else that commented. On the shift, on our StreamYard episode today. We'll have this up on YouTube afterwards. If you didn't catch the whole episode, if you just caught us talking about these different athletes playing baseball potentially. We also talked about the Aaron Boone ejection, talked about Jared Jones, how good he's been for the Pirates. Talked about Triston Casas out for the Red Sox, how that affects them. And our first topic today was talking about how good the Philadelphia Phillies rotation has been, and them potentially being the best rotation in baseball, as well as Heston Kjerstad being called up to the Orioles and how good the Orioles' young talent has been so far. So, Nick, episode 52 of The Shift. Tweet us, get at us, follow us, all that stuff. We'll be back soon.